Bad things are happening to Dashers. Now, unfortunately, this is nothing new. As far back as I can recall, Dashers have been put in dangerous situations throughout the years, whether from delivering into sketchy areas of town, to dealing with bad restaurant managers, or simply getting into crashes because of how much we drive. But today, when I saw this news story, it made me particularly sad, so I figured I should bring you guys up to speed on what's going on in the DoorDash world. Alright guys, there's 5 different articles that we need to cover, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into things. So first off, we need to get into this article titled, Instacart's Prepared Food Delivery Takes on DoorDash. It says, Instacart Inc. is launching a service offering prepared foods from supermarkets in a bid to capture more customers and better compete in the hot market for meal delivery. Customers will be able to choose from hundreds of ready-to-eat meals such as rotisserie chicken, sushi, and soups from grocery stores including Kroger, Publix, and others. Shoppers will also be able to tack on a few grocery items to complete their meal. The service, which promises delivery in 30 minutes, will be available at 4,100 stores in 35 states. Now, I don't really understand how this is competing with DoorDash, because it's not to any actual restaurants, it's still the grocery. So I don't really know what that has to do with DoorDash, but I mean, if you don't actually have to shop for these items, I don't know exactly if that's what it's saying, but I'll definitely be more likely to do Instacart if that's the case. So if Instacart does this and they're successful with it, maybe they start going into restaurants? I don't know, but if they do, then I'd be curious to see how that works, and I would honestly be way more inclined to do Instacart, which I think a lot of other Dashers might as well. Which, does that mean that DoorDash might lose some of its Dashers? I don't know. Leave your comments down below what you think of this whole thing. Next article we have is titled, You Can Order Girl Scout Cookies on DoorDash This Year. Now, when I initially saw this article, I definitely thought that it meant that we'd be delivering Girl Scout cookies, but that happens to be not the case. Listen to this. The Girl Scouts of the USA have teamed up with delivery service DoorDash to deliver cookies on demand nationwide starting in February. The new collaboration makes it possible for customers who do not already know a Girl Scout in their neighborhood to purchase the delectable treats from the organization, either for delivery or pickup from a nearby booth. Local Girl Scouts will grow their entrepreneurial skills by tracking and filling orders, managing inventory, and collaborating with DoorDash's technology and support staff. So it turns out that the Girl Scouts will still be delivering them. They can just do it through the DoorDash platform, which I honestly think is genius of DoorDash to do, but I was hoping this would mean more orders for us Dashers, because honestly, who doesn't love Girl Scout cookies? But unfortunately, we won't be seeing any more orders when it comes to this, because the Girl Scouts will be delivering them themselves. Now on to some sad news. Unfortunately, this article came out just a couple days ago, and it honestly made me really sad. It's titled, The Fear is Still There. DoorDash driver attacked at Shake Shack details the horrific incidents. The horrific incident took place at Shake Shack Thursday, altered many people's lives, including the DoorDash driver who is simply doing what she does every day, delivering food to provide for her family. I deliver from Shake Shack all the time. It's one of the restaurants that I like to deliver from. During the week, downtown is usually really busy, good orders, safe you'd think. Thursday afternoon was no different. An alert came through her DoorDash app for a pickup order from Shake Shack in the 3rd Ward. As she was walking inside to pick up the order, employees alerted her that someone was trying to steal her car. She looked back, but no one was inside. She said that's because the man noticed her 3 kids were in the car. It was the middle child that really looked up and said to him, "Who are you?" Then he turned around when he heard that and said, "Whoa," and jumped out. The man dropped his cell phone as he ran out the car, so she picked it up and went back into the restaurant. Shortly after, a man came into Shake Shack and told her to give him his phone while showing his gun. The situation escalated quickly. He jumped on me, tried to tackle me to the ground. He put his arms around me and tried to take me to the ground. Then the off-duty officer jumped in and got him off me. She said the two began wrestling and 2 shots were fired, striking the detective. Now this is just honestly horrible news. You never want to hear of a DoorDash driver getting attacked like this. It is just terrible. But I do think it's important that we discuss this, because as a DoorDash driver, you need to be aware of these things. You need to understand that there's some bad people out there that when you're dashing, you can't do certain things, because if you're dashing in a sketchy area, you don't want to leave your car running while you're going into the store, especially if you have kids in the car. I think that's just a bad move. Now, obviously, I feel terrible that this happened to her, but first of all, leaving your keys in your car while you're going into a restaurant in a sketchy area, not the best idea. And then second of all, I don't think it's the best idea to take your kids with you while you're dashing. I mean, it just puts them at more risk, especially if you're leaving them in the car. If you happen to get in an accident, there's just a lot of things that could go wrong. And so I'm not saying she did anything wrong, but I just want to make you guys aware that this happened so that hopefully we as a collective DoorDash driver community can make better decisions and stay safer, because that's most important. Now on to some lighter news. We go on to an article titled, "Andrew Garfield confirmed a viral DoorDash delivery story but suggested the driver was being sneaky trying to see his ID." So basically a DoorDash driver shows up to the house that Andrew Garfield was staying at in Atlanta while he was filming Spider-Man No Way Home. And so he orders food for everyone. The Dasher gets there, recognizes that it's him even though Andrew Garfield had a mask and a hat on, and asked to see his ID. The DoorDash driver claimed that he had ordered alcohol, but later Andrew Garfield confirmed that he had only ordered tacos, so he doesn't understand why the DoorDash driver was asking for his ID. Now, DoorDash drivers, you have to understand that if you deliver to a famous person's house, you can't be doing this, especially if the famous person didn't actually order any alcohol. Now, if he did, then yes, you need to see his ID, but if you're just making that up to make him seem rude or to blow the story out of proportion, that's just wrong. You have to respect people's privacy, and I feel like this DoorDash driver was just trying to confirm that it was Andrew Garfield so that he could post it on social media and probably have a video go viral. And so DoorDash drivers, just remember, respect people's privacy, because that's just not right. Famous people should still be able to order food to their house whenever they want and not have to worry about some sneaky, nosy DoorDash driver getting all up in their face trying to go viral on TikTok. Now on to the last story. DoorDash customer pays $13 for one Fanta bottle. It says, the astounding video, which was shared by Jamari Hackett on Tuesday, shows a single 16-ounce orange Fanta that retails for $2.49 was sold for $13.05 after a few fees were tacked on. Bro, what? They ordered one Fanta on DoorDash, Hackett wrote. Hackett told Fox News Digital that the unusual soda purchase was made at a Wing Crave restaurant in Greenville, South Carolina. It was about 30 minutes before I had to clock out. I saw the order and was kind of confused. I usually look and call back what I see to the cooks. I saw Fanta ×1 and went to look at the other items and didn't see anything. Instead, Hackett saw an order summary on his screen that showed the Fanta had 4 fees added to it, including tax, delivery fee, courier tip, and service charge. The courier was scheduled to pick up the order for delivery between 5:05 and 5:15. When I saw that it was $13, I called to one of the cooks to the front and we both thought it was some kind of joke that someone ordered one Fanta and that the price equated to $13. I told him that we should post it on TikTok because it would be pretty funny. We usually don't see orders like this, so we both were blown away that someone actually placed it. It's not immediately clear if the Fanta order was possibly made in error. Regardless of how the order came to be, a few TikTok users voiced their concern about the courier tip being only 37 cents. I think when you do this, you should tip big. It's a human being on the other end of your order. So there's the story. Basically, someone paid $13 for a single bottle of Fanta, and I totally agree with the last statement. I think when you do this, you should tip big. It's a human being on the other end of your order. Exactly. Just because you're ordering something that's only $2 doesn't mean that you should only tip 37 cents, because it takes the same amount of energy for a Dasher to drive to that restaurant, pick it up, and drive to deliver it to you. It takes the same amount of effort as if you were to order $100 worth of food from that place. So that's just wrong in my opinion. And first of all, why is anyone paying $13 for one bottle of soda? I mean, that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But anyways, there you guys have it. That's what's going on in the DoorDash world right now. Just thought I'd keep you guys up to date on what's going on. So if you found this entertaining or helpful at all, make sure you subscribe. And if you missed any of my other DoorDash news stories, make sure you check out this playlist right here, and I'll see you guys next time.